everyone. Happy New Year. I haven't been live in a while. It's been a little while, so I am happy to pop on and say hi, even if this is not what I thought I was going to do tonight. So good evening, everyone. I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and tonight I am not doing the ChemKnitsDyeAlong live stream. Tonight we are going to unbox the December knit crates, which did arrive in December. And I also have a, hi Andy, oh my gosh, massive box from Wool to Die For that just arrived today that I thought that I would unbox. And the main reason for these changes is that honestly, my brain does not work very well when it's dark out after dinner. Lately, and by lately I mean the last few months, I often go to bed, not necessarily to sleep, but I go to bed around this time. And so I realized that I just didn't really have the stamina to dye yarn tonight, and my stamina has been a lot better in the daytime. So I am going to try to do the December-January ChemKnitsDyeAlong live stream tomorrow, starting at about lunchtime, 12:15 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll go as long as my snow day at home children will let me dye. And I'm really excited for the colorway, and I really didn't want to feel like I was rushing through or didn't have my whole artistry on hand when I went about it. So I am ready to go for that tomorrow. So thank you so much for understanding. But you know, I'm realizing more and more that I may need to shift more of those things to the daytime when it would be easier for me to just keep up with it, because I just feel like lately when I've had them scheduled for the evenings, I don't remember if it was the November one I postponed or if it was October. There was another one in recent memory that I had to postpone because I just was not up for it. And so I'm just, you know, trying to listen. But thankfully, we are all healthy, and I hope all of you are feeling great as well. Yes, I'm very fortunate that my husband gets PCR tested weekly through work and the kids weekly through school. And so we are very, very thankful for that. So we're all doing well, thankfully. And, you know, I literally am just here. So, but the good news is I have this week, with the first week back at school, I have done a lot of filming. And so we've got a lot of fun videos that are coming up, and I'm really excited to share more about that with you. Yeah, and I've missed all you so much too. Yeah, so these arrived before Christmas. So the December, let me see if I can tell, this one might be heavier. The Knit and Crochet Club and the Sock Knit and Crochet Club both arrived in December. I don't know what the shipping is like for the January ones yet, but I think the last 2 months have both arrived in the correct month. Yes, Judy, I'm trying to not burn out, but let's go ahead and open these up. But real quick, I do have, oh, that's not the one I wanted. So the Knit Crate Knit and Crochet Club is $29.99 a month plus shipping and handling, and the Sock Knit and Crochet Club is $24.99 a month plus shipping and handling. And I do have an affiliate link down in the video description if you want to learn more about them. But it's a monthly subscription that sometimes takes a bit longer to arrive, but hopefully things are going smoother now. Ooh, okay, so the theme this month is vintage records. And so I like this, like, this is almost what it looked like back when we had records at my house. This like is reminiscent of what we had. And it looks like a heathered, ooh, and I got 2 things of soak. Fig. Gets fig scented soak, which honestly I've never used it, but maybe fig is a scent that would do well. I do best with unscented soaps or citrus scented. So if any of you have tried the fig, let me know. But this is a camel colored It's warmer than what it's looking like on stream. There's definitely more yellow to it. It looks beige on screen. It definitely feels like a richer camel color. And the heather has, there's flecks of like a red or an orange in it. I doubt that will come through. It is really, ooh, you got a steam table pan today. Ooh, that's awesome. It's very beautiful. What is the fiber content? So Harmony, this is the colorway Jazz. It's 41% wool, 26% alpaca, 23% tencel, and 10% baby camel. It's a worsted weight yarn with 150 yards per 100 grams. Ooh, so there's camel in this. I know that some people have said that they've done like a lot of alpaca lately, but this is a very interesting blend, and it's interesting that it's camel colored and it has camel in it. It's a very lovely neutral. It's potentially a little too warm, like maybe not the right hue for me. I think that, I don't know, my skin tends to lean fairly pink, so does that mean that it's cool toned? I don't know. But let me see. And then we have, I need to cover that. Ooh. Okay, so here are the patterns. It looks like for the knit pattern in the Knit and Crochet Club, we have a scarf. And the crochet pattern is this cute pillow. It's a really, really cute pillow with an interesting like cable detail that I'll show the magazine in a moment. And then it looks like, guys, it looks like, I mean, it's a little spoiler, but we might have some speckles in our sock patterns. Yeah, this is literally, the Jazz colorway is literally a camel color. But actually, let me go over here and show. Okay, so this is the mood board. And I would say this color I have here, it feels more yellow than that beige color right there. We'll see what it looks like in a minute. But this fits the mood board pretty well. I mean, again, I was really hoping for something like, is my mouse showing or not? Yes, okay. I was really hoping for something like down here. But so this is the colorway I have, Jazz. The other colorways are Rhythm and Blues, ooh, and then Rock. This is a really, really nice palette. All of them are really neutral. This must be the warm tone colorway. You can still pick a color vibe, and when they do the sneak peek of what the colors are, you can swap your color. I mean, I think of these two are probably my favorite, but I'm also not mad at this. This is a very sophisticated, rich color. And yeah, okay, where I'm skipping that, ooh. Okay, I'm skipping that. Let's look at the patterns. Okay, so this Gatsby cushion by Michelle Muscat is awesome. Let me zoom in a bit to make this even, nope, bigger. So the detail of this cable where like one ends here and then it kind of goes down like that and stops and ends here and this goes up like that. It is so cute. So cute that I don't know. It's just, it looks like something that like I might see at a store and be like, ooh, I kind of want that. But wait, it's crochet. I could make it. So it's really, really pretty. And then let's see. The scarf is has interesting cable detail that almost looks honeycomb. It's the Cedar Drift scarf. The color is confusing me though. And so this is by Meredith Tresbatowski. I'm sorry, Meredith, I probably butchered that. But the color of this almost makes me think that this was intended for a different yarn and was put in here because that isn't one of the colors that we see unless they had more colors. I like that they put them inside of little records. I think that that's cute. But this is really pretty, and the soak, even though like I have a collection of these, I haven't tried them, but they're supposed to be good and safe for wool. But I mean, I don't smell anything through it, but there's 2 packets of it, which I think is rather nice. See, that's a good extra. Even though I haven't used them, that is something that is useful. All right, let's open up the Knit and Crochet Club. And you guys are going to see first, there goes my pamphlet. And which one? Does it look bluish? Is it? Ooh, oh, it's not speckled. I was wrong. It's tweed. So I'm not mad because, I mean, it is speckly. But from the picture, I was like, ooh, we've got speckles, guys. So this is a variegated tonal yarn. And the color I got is Bebop, which is cute. It is I would say a little bit of almost a gray or off-white. It looks like it's almost more, it's not off-white. It looks like if you added just the hair of blue to an off-white bare yarn. And so it's a bit toned to be more like platinum, maybe. And then the rest is like a lavender. This is really, really cute, really subtle. I always like to try to see if I can tell. There we go. Approximately how it was dyed, but the things are being less, like there's a repeating nature to it, but they're getting less perfect, which I really, really like. It is super subtle. It reminds me of something that I might dye up when I have just a little bit of extra dye. So the kind of thing I might get from a Leave No Dye Behind. But I don't often dye pastels intentionally. So let's see, this is 80% superwash merino, 10% Donegal Neps, 10% nylon. I like the camel colored and black. Are there white ones too? Maybe mostly just camel and black. I like the camel and black Neps that go along with the inspiration. I would have liked something more saturated. So let's see. I should zoom back out over here. So here are the color options. There's Sway, Groove, and then Bebop, which is definitely the most neutral. But I will say, in person versus the magazine is looking fairly saturated here and a lot more blue. In person, this looks like it's a few depths of shade lower than what was photographed, in my opinion. Let me see. The socks feel a little bit more accurate than that. The variation is extremely subtle, but the Neps give it a really nice speckly appearance. I think in terms of these patterns, the Neps look really awesome on these vintage jukebox socks designed by Liz Salazar. I really, really like this crochet pattern, whatever it is. It's, I guess, like a crochet ribbing or something all the way down. This feels very different from a lot of the other crochet socks that we've seen. The Runaround Socks by Laura Phelan, they're pretty, but I think that these little like eyelet designs here don't really hold up and stand out. It's sort of competing with the Neps. I think that I like this little like wave that is up around the cuff. I think that that's adorable. And I think that the cuff overall is really, really cute. And maybe the rest of the sock could have just been a plain stockinette with that detail up there, because I think that in my opinion, the Neps are competing with it. But yeah, I think that that's just the way that I would call it. So with either subscription, you get both of the sock patterns and both of the whatever. With the sock Knit and Crochet Club, you always get 2 sock patterns, but you get access to all 4 patterns with the subscription, which is pretty cool. Oh, what's our bonus? Oh, we also got some soak. Scentless! Okay, I should try this out. So that's cool. So we got 2 things of soak that are scentless. I mean, I think that this is a great extra. A really, really great extra. One of my favorites in a while. How much are soak minis? I have no idea. I don't know what they're valued at. I mean, in general, I think that my preference, like something like this is, even though I don't always use them, I think that there's an easier potential to use them. And so I think it makes a better extra than like some of the, like, I don't mind when it's like little stickers, but sometimes they send like really big stickers and I'm less likely to use it. And so this just feels like useful. And so I like that. But these are the colors. I guess the only other thing that I would say though, I really, really liked this picture right here. This with these bright tones and black really excited me. And so looking at the picture that was on here, all of these pastels feel very vintage, and that is, I think, great. I would have loved to see something bright and bold. Like imagine the purple, the gold, and the green separated by black. That would have been beautiful and different. There also could have been like an orange, red, and yellow with the black, and maybe then like a blue, green, and purple, or a blue and white and black. Playing off of that image would have been so exciting and felt just less of what I might expect. Whenever I get those soak minis, you put them in with gifts you've knit so recipients have something appropriate to wash them in. That's a really good idea. That's a really, really good idea. But anyway, I know that we got a solid, but Knit Crate did say that they're coming out with more variation in colors. And so I'm happy. It's a subtle one, but it's variegated. And even if it's not speckled, I don't think we've had a tweed or anything in a really, really long time. So I'm excited, and my kids are going to be excited for more boxes because they build with these. So Happy New Year. All right, let's move on. And I'm going to show you what I bought from Wool to Dye For. Oh, I should have added, most of you probably know this, but Knit Crate sends me their subscription for free to unbox and share. And I do have an affiliate link, so I earn commissions. The Wool to Dye For, I am not an affiliate. I'm just a customer. I do have a wholesale account, but I paid for this myself. And this is me starting to think about some of those special series I have planned for 2022. Oh, nice. Oh, I got 2 of those? Great. And so I might do things a little bit differently this summer from past years, but I am hoping to do something for Valentine's Day, and I'm hoping to have that figured out and planned soon, like really, really soon. And then I think that basically I had an idea that I wanted to do for the summer mini skein mini series that last year when I was getting started with that, it popped into my head as like a theme for the whole thing. And I was like, oh, but I wasn't ready yet. I didn't have enough of something I needed for it. And so I decided to postpone that to this year, which meant I already had it decided, like a whole theme and everything for it. And so I was like, well, okay, I have that all planned. But then I had another idea that I really wanted to do and that didn't quite fit for like Hanukkah, for something with 8 samples. And so I'm like, ooh, what do I do? So there might be a couple things coming up this year. But let's start with, ooh, this is different. Whoa. Okay, so this is Sheila's Bronze. 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% stellina. And it's not what I expected because I was like, oh, is it just like, because a lot of their other ones I think are only 5% stellina. Nope. I want the flashlight. But it's literally, that is cool. It's bronze stellina. Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me see. Maybe not, but it's literally, okay, there you can kind of see. it's got dark stellina. Like it's like a reddish, coppery, almost gunmetal type color. This, and it doesn't look shiny at first. When I do the flashlight on it, it does sparkle. There's a lot of this fiber in here. I would say it's probably not as sparkly as silver stellina. I need to turn the flashlight off. This is unique. Like, you know how sometimes when you get fiber and there's like a little bit of like a black like strand or like schmutz or something in it, and you have to pull it out? That's almost what this looks like. It almost looks like some kind of error because the color is so different from the yarn. This is wild. And like, I thought because it was 10% stellina, I was like, oh, maybe it's like Dyer Supplier's like silvery sock, which I think is like 20% stellina. And so this is jam-packed. There's a lot of the stellina in here, but I wasn't expecting it to be like a completely different color. Granny D, yes, you would have loved some black with some bright colors popping throughout. Will we ever get stripes? Hopefully. They had done, I don't know if they've ever done stripes exactly. The closest was they did some stripes that were like 25% one color, 50% a second color, and then 25% the first color. And I think they did it that way because I always thought it was weird. And then the instructions had you cut it. But it turns out it is really expensive to get mills to do skeins that are less than 100 grams. 100 grams is the standard. I think that's what machinery is set up for. And so to do mini skeins, it can be, the minimum order is a lot bigger. So I think that that's something that they did when they wanted to give two different colors on socks, which, learning a little bit more about manufacturing, it's odd that that was easier to do. I don't know. But anyway. All right, the next one. Ooh, this is a yak silk blend. It's 65% superwash merino, 20% silk, 15% yak. This is so soft. So soft. It's DK weight. I wonder if this is, I feel like I just knit with something that maybe it's the same base from Lula Bean Yarn Co. And I was like, this was such a delight to knit with. I think that's why I ordered this base. This is amazing. And 100% I want like a whole bag of it. It is so, the sheen is very subtle. It is, look at that drape. Look at that drape. It is luxurious. And where is my knitting project? Let me grab it. Yeah, I think that it's what I knit with these like really, really subtle speckles. It was so delightful to knit with that I wanted to get a sample to try dyeing with it, and I potentially will have to purchase more. It is great. Ooh, you really like the bronze sparkle base? It's so unique. All right. I got more of the Donegal multi-nep base from Wool to Dye For. I love this one. It is a 2-ply, 85% superwash merino, 15% colored Donegal neps. And I have 20 more skeins because I don't know what else I need them for, but I really, really like it. All right. And now we got a bunch of minis. All right, so I got some other things, and we've got more things that are 2-ply that are going to look very similar. And I'm going to do a very, very good job at labeling different bases. So, and checking the label on containers before I grab things so I don't have an oops like I did with a, when I was setting up for a live stream. I needed 5 more skeins, and I thought I was grabbing 5 skeins of titanium, and I accidentally grabbed 5 skeins of the high twist MCN. And I realized this at the end of that video. It ended up working out, but I was very, very annoyed and second guessing myself when it came to figuring out which was which often I don't have that issue. But this is a 80% superwash merino, 20% silk base. And so I thought that would be fun. I really liked last year in the Summer Mini Skein mini series doing so many different yarn bases. And for each video, except for maybe one, I did like just at least like sometimes like 3 or 4 different yarn bases, all with one colorway. And so it was fun to compare and contrast as I made like fun. Okay, so I have another diamond sock. The MCN High Twist, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, is so soft, is awesome. I got more of that. Did I only get one more of that yak? That yak is also a favorite. I have a few bags of this already, so maybe that's why I just bought one. But that yak is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon. This is what I like about doing like sets in videos, is that when I do the Hanukkah and I want every sampler to be on one yarn base so it's easier to use together, I can't really mix and match. And last year I ended up mixing and matching because there was a shortage of mini skeins, and so I wasn't able to get a lot. Oh, another MCN High Twist. I think that one sold out quickly last year and I couldn't buy more of it, and so I had more. I've got Sheila's Sparkle, which is our silver stellina. And part of me wants to open it. I would say even inside the plastic, this is a bit sparklier than the bronze, but the bronze is so unique. So unique. So we've got some sparkle, and ooh, no, I did do this. So I got silver sparkle and gold sparkle. Maybe I'll need to use the bronze in whatever video I do with that. Oh, I didn't remember that I did that. So I got both silver and gold, so I can do some like compare and contrast with them. It's so funny that the silver and gold look so different to me right now, but once I dyed them up in Hanukkah, it was really hard, a lot harder to tell the difference. Okay, and what are the rest of you? Oh my goodness. Okay, I got some Crazy 8, which is 100% superwash merino. This is a DK weight base. And I really love it. It's 8 ply, super high twist. And so it's so round and plump. And eventually I'm going to make a sweater out of the worsted weight one. I actually have a video that I filmed maybe end of last summer that was like a prototype for a sweater, but I took a color that I had done before and I tweaked it a little bit, and I don't like the tweaked version as much, and I need to redo it, I think, with the original color because I think I liked that balance better. But I think I tested it on DK, not on the worsted. I don't know. Eventually I'll make myself another sweater. I have 4 more bags in here. Sheila's Titanium, which is another one of my favorites to dye. I like high twist. And titanium, I think, has the same yardage as platinum. It's just 2 ply instead of 4 ply. Let me see. Oh, of course, 50 grams. Okay, but I was like, this is only the yardage for 50 grams. But yes, it is 462 yards per 100 grams. It's the same yardage as platinum. Got this nice pile of minis. Is this all going to be more titanium? I think so. More Sheila's Titanium. It's a 75-25 merino nylon. I think I have more DK upstairs already. Did I not get, oh, diamond, MCN. I got 3 MCN high twist? 1, 2, yes I did. 3 MCN high twist, 1 that yak, 4 titanium, 3 crazy 8, that sounds right. 2, oh, did I not get, I thought I meant to get a Donegal DK. Okay, there's a question. Is there a Bear supplier that carries other types of wool, like Cordell or Ramulette? Curious about dyeing other types of wool, if you can summon up the courage to dye non-superwash. That is a great question. Certainly merino is the most common. Wool to dye for does have, and let's go in shopping mode. Wool to dye for does have, nope, I want to go shopping. Yarn. Yarns by fiber. Okay, so, oh dear. Oh, probably because I have this so narrow. Yarn. Yarns by, no, come on. Yarn by fiber, there we go. So, wool to dye for does have Blueface Leicester. So they have that as a wool option. They probably also have, what other wools do they have? They have Peruvian Highland wool. No. Let me see. I'm searching just Paradise Fibers. No, where is their undyed yarn? Fiber and spinning. Where do they have yarn? Felting yarn. Knitting and crochet. Because they have Bear yarn because they sent it to me. Oh, undyed yarn. Okay. Spoiled Sheep Joe yarn. Okay, well this is a oh, I see, it's sold out. Okay, so they do at Paradise Fibers, they have a Romney Remulette wool blends, but that one is sold out. That's merino. What are you? Oh, that's merino and silk. So they, I'm not sure. Where are these spoiled sheep? Oh, this is a Wesleydale Ramulette. Okay, so they do have different breeds. It looks like a lot of different breeds. It's expensive, but it looks like it's from a an individual sheep from that's local to them, and so they do have that there. As for other sources, I don't think Dyer Supplier has a lot of different wools. They may have some eco wool, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. Are we yarn shopping? Yeah. And I'm blanking. Where else? Okay. Some of these are out of yarn undyed. Okay, so Ashland Bay, maybe. And wait, what's the other one that I'm blanking of? Woolery could? And by fiber. Okay, so Ashland Bay, which I have not ordered from specifically, they do have some breed specific wool. I don't think, is it all coned? They do have some skeins, but I don't know if they have the pricing information here. I think that to order from them, I wrote something about it on my website when I searched for stuff. Yeah, they have wholesale stuff. You have to commit to spending $750 a year and have a business license within the fiber textile industry. And so, but you can find some of their yarns from retail prices through Webs, Paradise Fibers, and Fiber to Yarn. So, but that is a brand that seems to have some breed specific stuff. So Ashland Bay, I know a lot of indie dyers source yarn from, I would say two of the most popular sources are probably Wool to Dye For and Ashland Bay. I think that Knit Picks is really, really accessible for retail size because the retail side, because they sell individual skeins and dyed version of the yarn. Dyer Supplier doesn't have a huge range, but they have a few bases that are really, really unique that I really like. I have not yet tried anything from Nomad, which is smaller. I know some people in ChemKnits Lab have used Nomad yarn, but I might be testing out some Nomad yarn sometime this year. So more about that later. Yeah, Ashland Bay is only wholesale. So Wool to Dye For has wholesale pricing. So when I was on their website, the pricing that is coming up, this is their retail pricing because I don't think I'm logged in. Yes, I don't think I'm logged in at all. And so the retail pricing is, I forget what the discount is, but there is a discount off of it. And so this is the price for 10 skeins. I'm pretty sure I'm not logged in. Oh no, I'm logged in. Maybe. So maybe I'm showing. Let me see. Okay, I think I am logged in. Fine. So therefore, that was the wholesale cost. Because I was like, I don't think it's cheaper than that. So the Sheila's Gold, you know, is, ooh, and I don't know if Wool to Dye For just increased the price of yarn. I think they increased the price $1.50 per kilogram. So it's about 15 cents a skein, which is not bad because there's been a huge increase in like their import costs and stuff. Yeah, so the Wool to Dye For's rates did go up, but it's a tiny increase. Whereas Knit Picks, sometime around the holidays, they increased the price on a lot of their yarn about $1 a skein. So the $1.50 per kilogram is extraordinarily reasonable. Extraordinarily reasonable. The Nomad's yarns I'm very, very excited to try them. And but I will say that my first impression of the website is that they are a little bit expensive, is what it seemed, just based on some of the prices I pay for things. But I was also looking at individual skein prices, not the price of a bag. And so, and I don't know if they have wholesale pricing beyond that. So I have not yet done an in-depth look at Nomad, but it is something that I will be exploring this year because I've received a lot of questions, and yeah, I'll try it out. I do like trying different brands and things like that. I have not ordered, so Dyer Supplier, I do have a relationship with them. I have both ordered from them, and they've sent me a ton of free yarn over the years. And I obviously worked with Knit Crate for the Dive into Dyeing course. And so, and that's using Dyer Supplier yarn. But since they had like just logistic issues during the pandemic, getting their hands on yarn and things like that, it does seem like things are improving, but I just haven't placed an order with them in a while. But one of my favorite Dyer Supplier bases is the Silvery Sock. Oh no. Dyer Supplier. Which of course this isn't going to do it justice. It does seem like it's in stock, but it's 20% stellina. It is one of the most sparkly yarns I have ever seen. It does remind me a little bit of the bronze, except for the bronze isn't silver, so it's not quite as sparkly, and this is unique on its own. So at first I was like, oh, is this going to be a dupe for one of my favorite bases at Dyer Supplier? And no, it wasn't. And I still order from Knit Picks, but lately it's been hit or miss. When you buy a full bag of yarn, I want it to come in a bag because, you know, if it's minis, this is like kind of like a little bit shrink wrapped. It's compact. I can stack them. It's easy to inventory. And the full bags, I don't like Wool to Die For's full bags as much as Knit Picks. Granted, there's waste to having each skein individually labeled, but it is a little easier to tingle things when opening these up. And with Knit Picks, it's easier to not tingle. So, you know, that's not a big deal. But when Knit Picks sends me a 10-pack of yarn that I ordered from like bulk 20-pack and it's not in a bag, that means that I have all those skeins loose, and it's so hard. So hard to just keep that organized and to look and know, you know, like I was pre-soaking Stroll for what I thought was going to be the dye-along, and I knew I wanted to soak 12 skeins, so I grabbed a bag plus 2, and it was so easy to count that way. But I placed a Knit Picks order right before the end of the year, I think. Where is that order? Ooh, there's a flash sale in Chroma. I don't have a I probably have a Knit Picks affiliate link in the video description. Save 25% off on Chroma with that code for whatever the dates they say on there. And yeah, where is my account? Recent orders. So I ordered it. Oh, I guess it'll be delivered this weekend. Because what did I order? Oh, I just ordered 40 skeins of Stroll. But there was now a box to check to say I want a plastic bag, which I am hoping and hoping means that the 20 packs will be in their plastic bags versus a trash bag in the box. I will say Wool to Die For's boxes come impeccably packaged. The boxes are extremely sturdy. They're always in a trash bag, which I then reuse those trash bags as trash bags. And so so Virginia, that must be the catching up in chat. That must be the non-wholesale rate for Sheila's Gold. because I was logged in. Yeah, the wholesale price is less than that. The wholesale price is $68.05. But anyway, I'm hoping. I think the thing that would get me to stop ordering as much yarn from Knit Picks, which I will always be a Knit Picks customer. I will always order lots of individual skeins from there. I love it. I love the accessibility of it. That's the first bare yarn that I used as a dyer, and so I have an emotional connection to it. But dyeing in bulk, if I can't get the yarn in a way that's easy for me to inventory and process, especially because I know the yarn comes to them from the mill in those bags. If they're not going to ship it to me that way, if that means someone in the warehouse is going to take it out of the bag, throwing away that plastic bag that would have been useful to me, then it's just not going to be as practical anymore. So I am optimistic, very, very optimistic. But yeah, so I need to count. I might need to place another mini order because I inventoried what I had and then placed an order, but then I didn't think about how many sets I'm going to try to dye. So, and because there's a few things that'll be different about the SMS. Part might be the timing when the videos come out. That might be one small change. So it might be, the timing might be shifted a bit. And part might be the amount of yarn per set. I may have some sets, I don't know about all of them, but I'm going to have some sets I think that are going to be 120 grams versus just 100 grams. And I also have something I am so incredibly excited that's going to go in them. I'm really excited. I hope all of you would be as excited about this thing that's going in them as I am. But yeah. I just sent something for approval today. I'm very, very, very excited. And I'm also going to have some pretty cute, I've got a fun idea for the way I'm going to label them and stuff like that as well. So, excuse me. There will be more information about all of that coming soonish. I mean, first, Valentine's Day. I have to just decide how I'm going to dye it and what bases I'm going to dye. I think, what did I do? Last Valentine's Day, I started with a couple bases and then I did it dyed to order. I think I'm going to do a pre-order for it. And there'll be, because I don't have a ton of a few of the different bases I want to use, I'll probably do a sparkle one and then one or two others, and I haven't decided yet. It depends on how much of the dye I have, I suppose, if I will also then do dyed to order. But I'm really, really excited. And, well, I haven't dyed it yet, but, so Valentine's Day first. And so the Valentine's Day set will have, it'll have the yarn, it'll be wrapped up, there will be some kind of progress keeper in there and a homemade Valentine from me. And so I've been playing around in my Cricut software. Last year, the Valentine that I did, I actually drew it and then took a picture of it to then import it into Cricut to redo what, yeah, that was really fun. I have a ton of fun picking extras for samplers. I have whole boxes of just little little charms that I want to use for progress keepers or testing out. And so the ones for yeah, the ones for this summer, or, all right, spoiler. It's going to come more in the spring than the summer. The SMSMSMS, SMSMS, just 5, SMSMS will be the spring mini skein mini series this year. Late spring, but spring. And then there might be a late summer one. So that way I can do that secondary idea, which is more of a theme that may involve my kids a little bit more. So you have last year's Valentine from me on display. Aww. I like doing things that can let people feel like they're treating themselves, because I know sometimes, like, Keith is really good about doing gifts and stuff, and he knows that, like, for Valentine's Day I want him to, like, make me a Valentine, and so he's getting, like, really creative with things like that now, and so I love it because we just put in, like, love that effort. But for, like, Hanukkah and stuff, a lot of times I see something that I really want but wouldn't buy for myself. And so sometimes I just buy it and then give it to him and be like, here, you give this to me at some point. Which I know he appreciates, because it's easier than me saying, like, I mean, for some places I'd be like, hey, like, I love Birdie Parker. And so, oh, he got me, like, a cuff and earrings this year from Birdie Parker, and it was great. But yeah, anyway, I realized last year I decided to move the summer mini skein mini series into spring because I realized last year that I got through the end of the school year, and then it was like shortly after that the videos came out without there being a break. And so the kids will be in school until the end of June. And so I'm like, okay, if I towards the end of May do an event, then that gives me some time to focus on the end of the year and not on the series, or to, like, start dyeing and prepping for something that I want to do, like, in August, maybe. We'll see if that works out, but if we all remain healthy and things go as planned, that's the way I want to do it. Because I think the thing that I'm going to do in May, I think the thing I'm planning on doing in August will probably be smaller, because I think that the theme may not be as universal appealing to people as I think that the theme for the May one may be, at least in my head. I mean, I think people will still enjoy it, but I think it's slightly, yeah. And so I decided it makes sense for it to be two separate things. So, but yeah, we'll see. And also for the other one, I didn't want to wait like a whole other year. So, not that I have a theme for Hanukkah yet. I've started, like, I'm in the early process of planning for that. I have an extra idea. I'm very, very proud of. So anyway, thank you all so much for understanding my change of plans tonight. It was so nice to just, like, hang out, share what I got from shopping. I did put everything back in here. Although Keith's going to be like, another box? You just put everything away. But, tomorrow's a snow day. So the plan is to feed kids an early-ish lunch. And then they usually rest and have reading time after lunch anyway. And so I'm going to try to do the dye-along tomorrow, starting at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time, which I know a lot of people will be at work during that, but I truly function a lot better. And so I think that I am less likely to peter out because of exhaustion. Now, this does limit how long I can stream because the kids are home and it's daytime, but it either means that I do a part 2 or I will dye. There's a second step. I think I want to do this 2-step process for the colorway. It might mean that I do part of the second step filmed for the recap. So I think that is my plan. So I have the link for the stream I should have that pinned. But actually, I'm going to make it public now. I had it unlisted so it wouldn't be confusing. But I'm going to pop the link tomorrow's. I just popped that into the chat. It should be public now. And I'm really, really excited to finally dye up this yarn. Yes, and the replay will be available. And I know some people like to watch the live stream replays double time. Julia, I think I saw it. I think I saw your yarn, or at least it like flashed in past my screen. I was really, really good about mostly staying offline during the holidays. Like I legit took the most vacation that I've done, I think, in a long time, because I like just legitimately did not. I mean, I maybe like was on Instagram a little bit, but I like, you know, didn't edit anything. I even like didn't look at YouTube comments for a bit. So yeah, I was proud that I actually like took a step back a little bit. But yeah, this week I'm just back in it, editing. Let's see. Because I'm in a mood. Wait, where's the content? Here we go. Let's see. Tomorrow is a Dye Pot Weekly, and it is sort of, okay, here's a hint. It's a follow-up to Dye Pot Weekly 337, something I mentioned I wanted to do in that video. And then, next week is going to be a lot of fun. I feel like, and this was just happenstance, so the video that I did Tuesday, the space dyeing with Paradise Fibers acid dyes, there is a video coming up where I mix my own green and dye some roving, and I'm very excited. That'll come up in a couple weeks. But I mixed I made basically dye stocks for that video, and so then I had a lot left, and so I used that video in 338. I also used it in a Leave No Dye Behind that came out on the 24th of December. And maybe I don't know if I also used some of that plus another color. Maybe not for another one. But I have another Leave No Dye Behind where I use that dye that is not even out yet. That'll come out sometime random. So there's a lot of videos where I have this very green and blue kind of colorway. And then also some that are just like very like warm toned. And it seems like it's just been cycling between them, which is just like happenstance what I've done. Oh, you only shared one set, but you did two? Oh, goody. I can't wait to see what you did. But anyway, I am going to head out because that is what I should do. I should go to bed. And yeah, I mean, it's been a day. I started off the day to ship a package and I fell on the ice. It was like black ice. And so I just was trying to cross the street and I just wiped out, and I'm fine, but I have like a bruised knee. I mean, I can walk and everything. It's just like a little tender. So thankfully, like my wrist is fine. I scraped my hands, but you know, my wrist is good. My body is fine, but it just like threw me for a loop. And then it's also like the anniversary of my grandfather's death. And then today is also an anniversary of something else that was fairly traumatic that I'm not going to say, but you all know what I'm talking about. And so I think it's just been a lot weighing on me. But I think that pushing the dyeing until tomorrow means that like I'm getting like pumped and excited, and like I know what colors I want to do. I know the technique I want to do, or at least the first step. It might change in the middle, but I know what I want to do, and so I know I'll be able to jump into it more like with more energy. And so for that, I'm really excited. And hopefully I'll try to plan better going forward. I am trying, and I made a schedule for the year. Like I'm trying to be organized so I don't I don't know, get to points and be like, oops, I don't have time to do Halloween yarn, which is what happened to me this year. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining. It's great to see you all again. I missed you, and I hope that you all had a really, really nice holiday, and that you stay warm, stay safe if it's slippery in cold climates. Don't do what I did and try to run across the street in shoes with no traction. But yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. There will likely be interruptions by tiny humans, but they're still awake. Oh, self-care is important. You'd rather have something rescheduled than have someone push too hard. Thank you. I was just, when we were eating dinner, I was like, oh man, thankfully my headache is gone. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it. And I've been so excited all week. And yeah, so I just have to realize that I am human. I don't have superpowers, and that I do know my limitations, and that I'm trying to be better about actually listening to that. And yeah. But I'm having so much fun that I'm not signing off. I think potentially, I haven't scheduled it yet, but I might do the Patreon behind the scenes live stream on Monday, maybe. Tentatively. You like my tiny humans? Thank you. Ryder is almost 6. It's mind-boggling. I was making them look at pictures of him when he was born today. But anyway, I hope that, if you are getting a snow day tomorrow, I hope you have an awesome snow day. And if not, I hope that you get some snow in a good way. I am Rebecca from ChemKnits. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.